Okay, so we're leaving my house. It's about 10:45 right now, and if you can tell, there is not a single cloud in the sky at all. So I imagine at work it's going to be almost the same thing. So today could be a very, very long day. For some reason, when you're just sitting in the guard stands or sitting in the kayaks, lifeguarding, the day just seems to drag on and on. Compared to working at the pool setting, literally the day could be over. You wouldn't. It doesn't feel like it. Like it feels when an hour and a half's gone by, you feel like it's maybe only been like 15 minutes. But outdoors, you're soaking up all that sun and it just drags on. But still, you get to be outdoors, which is my favorite part. Another Macklemore song just came on the radio. This time it can't hold us, but it's weird to think that I only heard. Well, 'cause I'm from Washington. I live in Lacey, so it's only like an hour away from Seattle. But it's definitely odd to think that I heard of Macklemore on his Uprise. Like I heard the first time I ever saw him in concert was at Bumbershoot 2011. When he was on the main stage at Key Arena that year, which was a huge deal because apparently the only time he'd been at Bumbershoot, he was on one of the littler stages, and apparently he just had a small hipster crowd. But I caught him. I was able to get into the main stage one. I was able to get his autograph afterwards, him and Ryan Lewis. And then it's so weird to think that because in college we were able to like expand and like branch out and tell all these kids that weren't from the Washington or the Northwest area who Macklemore and Ryan Lewis was. And with this huge, an awesome music video for Thrift Shop, we were able to like, yeah, this guy is the shit. He's going to go big someday. Turns out it was just a couple months later, but it was great because then after Thrift Shop, the music video came out, we were able to go to that concert, and my friend was able to find in Value Village. She was able to find the Batman onesie from the music video, and one of my other friends bought this ridiculous fur jacket from Value Village in Spokane, and wore it to the concert as well. And Macklemore during the concert asked, "Okay, so who out there has a fur jacket that they got from a thrift shop?" He holds his up, and Macklemore's like, "Ooh, I like that one. That is a nice quality fur jacket. Toss it up here. I'm gonna have to inspect that myself." And he wore that jacket the entire song of Thrift Shop, and we got it all on camera. Plus, Mac in his tour recap videos, you can tell he has that jacket on. And so I don't think my friend's washed it yet. I don't even know if he's worn it since then. I'll have to ask him. But yeah, it's just so crazy to think that I caught him on the upswing, and he's now one of my favorite artists ever. So we're setting things up, and as we pulled into the parking lot today, there's already like 40, 50 cars already here, coming to the beach. There's 3 people laying on the beach. So there's some event happening in the park today. We have no idea what. No one's told us anything. But there are cars like crazy, and people are bringing out all sorts of things. Like, we already seen guys with charcoal, lighter fluid, God knows how many hot dogs and burgers and chairs, so it'll be interesting. Okay, so another packed day here at the lake. I picked up some new Spider-Man glasses. Probably actually find somebody to give those to. I'll just stick with my normal shades, my normal free shades that I picked up at Bumbershoot a couple years ago. They did say Garnier Fructis on the side, but I scratched that off because I don't use that product. I'm not about that life. So yeah, another packed day at the beach. Towards the end, some girl was mouthing off to one of the other guards, dropping F-bombs left and right. So the MPs came out, which is military police for all of you non-military folk. And they came out here and they were about to start issuing a whole bunch of citations, but the people lied their way out of it. It was not good. But on the way home, so to elaborate more on those 2 girls that were dropping F-bombs and the MPs came. So apparently at one of the far stations, one of the lifeguards was telling these 2 girls who swam in off a boat. So they came off their boat, swam to our swim area. They went underneath the log boom that we have surrounding it, our lifeguard told him that our policy is that you have to either, if you come by boat, you have to dock at the dock, or you have to come by land and just walk onto the beach. You can't swim to our beach. And so this girl, one of the girls, just starts mouthing off, I fucking swam here, I fucking came here, I'm a fucking, just kept dropping F-bombs, and there's families and kids all over the place, which, so, one of our lead guards, girls can't do that, you know, you have to quiet down, don't yell so loud, we have families here, drop some more F-bombs, and coincidentally, the MPs came. They literally were walking on the beach just as our manager was about to, call them, so then the MPs get out there. The girls swam back under our boom, went back out to their boat, and when the MPs showed up on the shore, they called the boat, or they asked the boat to come closer to shore. They were talking to the mom, and apparently our manager said that she had all sorts of alcohol in her breath. The mom at least did, and they were asking how old these two girls were that swam to the boom or underneath it. And the mom was like, oh, she's 16, points to one. And the other, she said, was almost 16, which is a lie, because we could see tattoos on both of them. And one of the girls, who was claimed to be almost 16-year-old, didn't show her face at all to the MPs. They clearly knew they were in the wrong, but they just didn't want to fess up to it. Which, you know, it's a little irritating. When you know you're wrong, just accept the fact that you did something wrong and be honest. Especially with the military police, because they do not take any shit. And in a military court, you're guilty until proven innocent, not like a normal judicial system. So they really almost dug themselves into a huge hole, and they would have been issued numerous fines, just like trespassing, and all sorts of other shit. So, like, I've had one speeding ticket in my life. It was a speeding ticket. It was late at night. I was with some friends, you know, reminiscing over what we used to do in high school, and they just stayed out way too late. We were just at like McDonald's just way too long, and I was speeding to get home, and I got pulled over, and the officers asked me, you know, what's the hurry? I was honest with them. I was like, I didn't realize the time. I was just trying to get home as fast as I could. I didn't mean to speed. I fat manned up, paid the heavy fine. Actually, no, I didn't pay the heavy fine. I was able to defer it. So if I get another like traffic-related or ticket, then I have to pay it. But if I get one within like the next 7 years, then I have to pay it straight up. Otherwise, it comes off my record, so it doesn't affect like insurance or anything, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, I don't understand what the gist of all this was. I just don't understand why people aren't honest when they know they're in the wrong. I know it's hard for me to do sometimes, but I try to do it as often as I can, just because I know how irritating I find it personally. What's your guys' opinion on when you're in the wrong and you don't want to admit it? Let me know down below. Okay, so another song on the radio, courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue by Toby Keith. I'm just going to put this out there. Toby Keith has got to be one of the most American men out there. His father did serve in the Marine Corps, I believe it is. He's obviously loved the troops, like supported our troops through everything, thick and thin, since the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, especially September 11th, the attacks on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. But his songs are just so moving, it's just so patriotic. Like, how could you not appreciate the thought and the efforts that he put into them? And they're definitely amazing songs too. The lyrics are great. The like, just everything is probably just so I can't even, words don't describe it. They're just some of the best songs out there. Made in America, courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue, American Soldier. There might be one more that I'm not thinking of, but man, the guy is just great. Toby Keith, one of the most American men out there. And I don't know if you've seen the profile picture that I have for my YouTube page and my Twitter and 8Tracks and Instagram. I believe there's no such thing as too much America. I fully love this country in every way, shape, and form. So yeah, go America. Okay, so finished dinner, steak, corn on the cob, and we were watching some TV. Parents said they were going to go to bed and they wanted me to go check on the dog. So I walked downstairs, turned around the corner in the garage, and look who I find. Ta-da! It's Joey! Joey, How are you doing? Oh no, guys, his legs don't work. He won't be able to get out of the garage. Oh no. Oh no, look at his tail. Oh, poor dog. Treat, Joey? Treat? Treat, boy, come on, up. Come on. So I finally was able to convince him to get out of the garage. And I thought he was going to say something to you guys. Joey? Joey? Do you have anything to say? No? Nothing? I just wanted to say, so far, these vlogs, I'm liking this idea. I'm sorry I can't vlog at work. However, I think as the summer continues and progresses, I might be able to, sneak a little bit of vlog time, during some breaks during the rotation. But I'll take a little bit of time for me to figure that out when it's the most appropriate. So as of right now, you guys will mostly be seeing the setup and after work part of me working as a lifeguard. I just want to remind you guys to subscribe down below to Icebox Knox. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram and 8tracks at Icebox Knox. And today was a good day. Let's keep on moving.